Hello everyone, we are Team 8. Our project is Moosync, which is an innovative solution designed to seamlessly synchronize music across multiple devices and also provide users with uninterrupted listening experience. Coming to the functional and non-functional requirements that we have implemented in this open source software. In functional requirements, we have implemented notification system and also authentication system. Firstly, in the notification system, we have designed it to handle a variety of scenarios with three main types of notifications: error, success, and warnings. These notifications are fully customizable, allowing us to tailor both the messages and styles to match the specific type of notification. And this feature also ensures that users receive clear and immediate feedback, which is particularly crucial during login actions where timely information is very important. And the other functional requirement or feature that we included is authentication system. Uh, we have implemented a robust authentication system that supports secure user sign up, sign in, and sign out into the open source software. And also we have utilized Firebase APIs for this implementation so that the data is also secure. And coming to the non-functional requirement, we have considered usability as a non-functional requirement because in usability perspective, both systems are designed, both the functional requirements that we have designed are to enhance the user experience significantly. And also real-time feedback provided by the notification system reduces uncertainty and also boost user confidence by keeping users informed at every step. And this immediate feedback ensures that users are always aware of the status of their actions, which will help maintain engagement and also facilitates a smoother interaction flow throughout their experience. So that is how we have satisfied the non-functional requirement criteria through usability.
So this is our architecture diagram, and in our G3, our implementation plan included like two features. The first one is speech recognition for music search, where users will be able to give a particular voice as input and search for a particular song. And the next feature was like the proper authentication using Firebase. But now we have like actually changed our plan to implement a notifications module instead of the speech recognition. But there is still no change in the architecture diagram because we see the notification module as in addition to the existing user interface component, and that is how we saw the speech recognition also. We just saw that as in addition to the existing user interface component. So there are no changes in the architecture diagram in that part. And about the authentication part, we were successfully able to implement that. So the components authentication and Firebase in the architecture diagram represent that feature. So yeah, this is all about the architecture diagram and the design changes after G3. So next, talking about the architecture changes, the reason for our design changes, initially we tried to implement speech recognition feature, but it was kind of too much time consuming, and we tried a lot of free APIs that are available, but unfortunately we were like not able to make it work with the Moosync app, and it was kind of too difficult for us, and it involved a lot of code to be written. And when we were trying to integrate speech recognition with Moosync, it also affected the other parts of the code. So then we just had this backup plan of implementing a notifications module to enhance the maintainability of the app. So what this feature includes is like it will provide notifications for successful and error logins. So it'll also provide the user with a clear feedback. So this is all about the notifications feature which we have implemented in our project.
Component connector satisfaction. We have implemented 3 functional requirements and a non-functional requirement. Let's look into specifics of each component, their functionalities and how they interconnect. Notification module. This is developed to enhance the application's usability. This is encapsulated within the app notification.view file. It's a generic notification system that provides immediate feedback for user actions such as success or error messages. To ensure these notifications are effective and easily noticeable, they are displayed prominently in the middle of the screen. Moreover, we utilize colors as visual context clues, red for errors and green for successes, ensuring users can quickly and accurately interpret the message. This design not only enhances usability but it also enriches the overall user experience by providing clear and relevant feedback. The second functional requirement is authentication component for facilitating secure user access. This includes several key files. Authpage.view file. This is the main UI component for our application processes. It handles both login and registration interfaces, invoking Firebase API to authenticate users. Firebase.js. This configuration file sets up and initializes a connection with Firebase. It exports the authentication object, which is crucial for all subsequent authentication methods. Router.ts file. This file integrates the authpage.view component into our application's navigation system by ensuring that the authentication page is the first interface that every user encounters upon startup, thereby streamlining the entire process of logging and registering. The next functional component is a Firebase component, which was not implemented by us, but a third-party tool which is integral to our authentication process. Connectors. Procedure calls and remote procedure calls. We have utilized TypeScript function calls to invoke Firebase authentication methods such as create user with email and password, sign in with email and password, and sign out. These procedure calls ensure that our application can effectively communicate with Firebase to manage the user authentication. Our application also makes use of the Firebase backend services through RPC. This ensures secure and efficient client-server communication, which is crucial for operations like user login, registration, and authentication status management. Let us look at the details of our source code. Our application is developed using a combination of TypeScript, JavaScript, and Vue.js. This choice of languages allows us to build a type-safe, scalable, and efficient application with a modern and dynamic UI. We utilize Firebase, a powerful third-party tool for backend services such as authentication and database management. Firebase provides comprehensive APIs that simplify the integration of these services into our application. By making use of Firebase, we can efficiently manage user authentication and data storage, allowing our development team to focus on enhancing the user experience. Code organization. Our code is organized according to the design principles of modularity and maintainability, which also follows the Moosync's object-oriented architecture style. This approach enhances that each component is self-contained, reusable, and easy to maintain. Additionally, we maintain the client-server architecture style, which enables our application to interact with Firebase backend services. So the key components include application notification.view file, the authpage.view file, and firebase.js file. The application notification.view file encapsulates our reusable notification module within the UI component. This module can be integrated into any part of the application that requires user notifications. Designed to be generic and adaptable, it supports various use cases, providing consistent and clear feedback to the users. The authpage.view file is dedicated to handling user login and registration. This page includes comprehensive form validations to ensure that user inputs meet the required criteria. And it also integrates the notification modules if needed to provide a real-time feedback to users. Firebase.js file is very crucial for configuring and initializing a Firebase application, and it contains all necessary configuration details, including the API keys, application IDs, and other required details. Followed by this is a demo video of the application.
For G4, the two features that we implemented for the Moosync application are user login and a notification system for user actions.
So this is the login interface, and this is the sign up interface that we have implemented using Vue.js and TypeScript. We have used Firebase as the backend where we use the existing Firebase APIs to get the user signed in and for the user to register his account. And we have also implemented validations where if the user just tries to log in, an error message will be shown respectively on both the login and sign up screens. the user can go ahead and create his account, and he can log into this Moosync dashboard using the account that he created. For example, the user logs in using a wrong email or password. This is the notification that will show up, which we implemented. It's a generic component which can be used in any other parts of the application. And the user, if logs in using a correct email address and password, a success notification will be showed, and the user will automatically be directed to a music dashboard where he can just play the songs and search it. And yeah, so heading on to the code part of it. So this
Start.
is the app notification component, the generic component that we have implemented. It's implemented inside the main window folder. The main window comprises of all the UI section. So inside the main window, there is a modals section, which is different kind of pop-ups. So a notification has been implemented inside of the modals folder. And this template is nothing but the UI. This is the script which basically starts with the app notification title, and it has different types of props. So a user can send different types of title, messages, colors, and if he wants to show notification at a certain, so this is the trigger, the visibility, and these are the styles of the notification. So this file comprises of roughly 105 lines of code. This index.view is nothing but the pages. So this is our authentication file. It's implemented inside the pages auth index.view. So this index.view is a special name given to the file so that it can be plugged inside the router. So this is view router that's been implemented by default, and we just added one screen, which is the auth screen. And this index.view takes up a sign up form. It also takes up a login form and a general toggling section between the both of the screens. And this is the notification that has been plugged in. So as we talked, the notification is a generic component, and it's been plugged inside the auth page from this line. And here are some states which have been used to get the values for the user from the user. And these are some of the validation states. And this is the submit action that happens when the user clicks on submit. So first, these are the validations that take place if any of the field is empty. It will just show these messages if the name is required, email required, and so on and so forth. These are the some of the regular expression, that's regex for the email. This is for the password, that minimum 8 to 10, 15 characters should be mentioned. A special character should be mentioned. A capital alphabet should be mentioned. So that's one of the regex that we have implemented. Otherwise, this message would be shown. Password must be 8 to 15 lines, and one uppercase, one lowercase, one digit. And then finally, we are calling the Firebase APIs. So if I just head on to the Firebase documentation, here you can see the APIs create user with email password, sign in with email password. So these are some of the Firebase APIs that we are using for authentication. And so this is the create email with password, email and password. If the user is successfully created, it success notification is shown, and the user is routed to a different page. And this is for the sign in with email password. If the sign in is successful, and success notification is shown and user is redirected. And if there is any error, an error notification is shown, and that's it. And this is the Firebase configuration where we are storing the Firebase API keys. So this is important so that our client application, which is Moosync, can connect to the Firebase server and we can use their APIs. Thank you.